Hi, welcome to Smart PT. My name is Jonathan Reimer. Today we're going to be talking about cervical biomechanics. I'm going to compare the upper cervical spine to the lower cervical spine. So when we're talking about the upper cervical spine, we're talking about C0, 1, 2, or the OAA joint. So basically the coupling pattern there is contralateral, meaning that when you side flex one direction, you'll get a rotation in the other and vice versa. So the reason for this is because the articular pillars on the C1 segment have a convergence towards the eyes. So they're narrower in the front and wider in the back posteriorly. They also have a little bit of a slope to them. So if you can visualize, as you're side flexing to the left occipital condyle is going to hit that articular pillar of C1 and be pushed towards the right. And now because they're sloped backwards, as it shifts or translates towards the right, it has to move into a right rotation. So with left side flexion, you get that impact on the left, translation towards the right. Now you have impact on the right, and you have to move posteriorly because of that convergence towards the eyes. Now, when we move into the lower cervical spine, we know that the coupling pattern is now ipsilateral, so side flexion and rotation tend to happen to the same side. So how does that transition happen from contralateral coupling above to ipsilateral coupling below? And why does it happen? We're going to talk about that next. So the alar ligament starts to come into play to start to create the ipsilateral coupling pattern of the rest of the cervical spine. So as you said, in the upper cervical spine, you have a contralateral coupling pattern, but through the action of the alar ligament, C2 is pulled in the same direction as side flexion and or rotation in the upper cervical spine. And that sets up that ipsilateral coupling pattern in the segments below. Why does this happen? Because when we're looking side to side in rotation, we need to try to maintain a stable or horizontal plane of head movement. And basically that's the whole reason that happens. So as we rotate, we send us equally tilt in the opposite direction. And that happens for about 45 degrees in each direction. The movement of the OAA joint takes up about that amount of movement, but that's a nice 90-degree span. So us as early predators, we used to have to track prey across our visual field. If we didn't have that contralateral coupling pattern in the upper cervical spine and everything was ipsilateral, that means as soon as we started to turn our head, we would start to tilt in the same direction that we were rotating. So that wouldn't be very advantageous to us in terms of looking at things in our horizon.
So check us out on Facebook or on our website at smartpt.ca.